There's bad news if you're looking to get an Xbox in the next year or so. Also, I got my first experience playing Halo Infinite, and Hell Let Loose is free on PS Plus, but you can try it for free on Xbox too. I did get into this last weekend of Halo Infinite, the multiplayer flight, and I am sad to report that I was locked in quality mode. The game looked great regardless. I mean, the graphics look great, the textures look great. I loved the updated looks for the different weapons, like the battle rifle and the rocket launcher. It looked really cool. I also liked the redesign of some of the vehicles. Like, I like this new look Mongoose. It kind of tapers off to like one tail light over in the back, and I thought that was really cool. As far as gameplay goes, we had access to 3 modes: Slayer, Capture the Flag, and Control. And we had the option of doing big team battle, 12v12, or just a standard arena, 4v4. But yeah, big team battle has always been that mode for the past couple Halo games that, you know, it's just fun. You log in and you just have fun blowing people up, driving these big vehicles around. There's no like sweaty element to it, so I had a ton of fun with it. I know a lot of other people did as well. As with most multiplayer shooters, this really shines when people commit to playing the objective, right? So if you're playing Capture the Flag, you're really committed to defending your flag, retrieving the flag, escorting your teammates who have the flag, versus camping out for power weapons or just going for the kills. I had a really great moment in Capture the Flag. I somehow managed to sneak over to the enemy base, capture the flag, and if you're familiar with Halo, you know what happens. So when you capture the enemy flag, there's a giant sign that shines above your head that says kill. So it's only a matter of time before people track you down and just murder you and return their flag. So I was alone, I have the flag, I'm running back to my base as well as I can. It's big team battle, so it's a long way to go. And I thought I was dead, I was getting shot at. I was like, it's only a matter of time before I died. Then my whole team pulls up, or what feels like my whole team, and they start shooting back. They pull up in the Warthog, I get in the Warthog, people are shooting at the Warthog. I swear it's gonna blow up at any second now, but we miraculously make it out of there. I get to turn in the flag, and we get the dub. It was awesome. So stuff like that I kind of miss. I haven't really played a ton of multiplayer shooters lately, so it was those moments that made me think of the good old days of playing Halo 3, playing Halo Reach with my buddies in high school and middle school. It was nice. But yeah, there was issues, and one that I kept noticing popping up in game was that people were like, man, I wish that there was more than one map for big team battle. But still, with the different game modes, you know, with it being available only for one weekend, I think it was just enough. The new guns are sick. I mean, if you've picked up the skewer, you know that it's super satisfying to get just a one-shot kill, just shooting someone with a giant knife. It makes you feel awesome. But it has the capacity to make you feel like a complete and total idiot. You know, if you land a shot, you feel amazing, you feel like a god. But if you miss, you feel like the dumbest person, because the reload animation takes so long, and people are gonna notice you if you shoot the shot and you miss, because it makes this loud noise, it gives away your position, and then all of a sudden they turn to you like, bro, come on. So it is a very high risk, high reward type situation. It was a ton of fun. No matter what Halo game, it almost carries that like intimidation factor, like, oh my gosh, this guy's rushing at me with a freaking gravity hammer, what do I do? And when you get the kills with the gravity hammer, I managed to get like a double kill at one point, and it's just like, again, super satisfying. I don't know what it is about this game in particular, but if you get one-shotted, if you get insta-killed either by like a shot to the head by a sniper, or like I said, you get shot by a skewer or bashed to death with a gravity hammer, there's something about it that feels like extra shocking to me. I don't know if it's like the sound design, like the flash that goes off when, you know, your shields like simultaneously bust and you're instantly dead. I don't know, but it felt especially shocking to me for some reason. It was nice. I didn't use too much of the grappling hook, but I was also constantly forgetting that I had these abilities, so that's something I definitely need to be better if I jump back into the game. Overall, people seem to be pretty united on the fact that multiplayer is fun. Even people that hated Halo 5 seem to be like, yeah man, I had a lot of fun with multiplayer this weekend. It's awesome. Of course, we don't know anything about the single player, but this has me feeling optimistic. Marvel's Avengers came to Game Pass on September 30th, and if you're not familiar, it's a Square Enix Crystal Dynamics game centered on, you guessed it, the Avengers. It's like a third-person action game. The roster isn't as big as something you would see like in the old Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, but still, they have a pretty good lineup regardless. This Game Pass version will come with all of the content that they've released since they launched the game last year, including the War for Wakanda update, which means that you can play as Black Panther. They have versions that are optimized for Series X and Series S, and with the Xbox Smart Delivery, of course, you don't have to worry about downloading which is best for your console. They have a really cool cast of voice actors for this. I'm not sure if anyone's kept up with my other videos, but I am an aspiring voice actor. I very much hope to be in a video game like this in a couple years time, or an anime or animated cartoon on like Cartoon Network or something. And to me, it felt like this is like the gathering of like the voice actor Avengers, as cheesy as that sounds. You got Nolan North as Iron Man from the Uncharted series. You have Laura Bailey from Critical Role and all sorts of video games beyond counting her video game roles. And you also have Troy Baker from The Last of Us. So it's a really cool cast. In IGN's review on YouTube, they said that the single player campaign was good on its own merits, but the end game loot grind that's meant to be the meat of this meal is an overly repetitive and buggy mess. But you know, they've had a year to update the game and add all sorts of new content, so I can't say whether or not it's still in that state. I haven't played it, I haven't downloaded, but I'm trying to work my way through Scarlet Nexus first before I move on to that. If it's on Game Pass, if you have Game Pass, give it a try. Make an opinion for yourself. It's no skin off your nose, you don't have to actually buy the game, you can just download it on Game Pass. That's the beauty of it. Speaking of Scarlet Nexus, if you want to hear my thoughts on it as a guy with a YouTube channel and a professional anime lover, make sure you subscribe and set your notifications all. Hell Let Loose is coming to Xbox. It should be out by the time this video comes out. And if you want to try it, there's a free 10-hour trial before you jump in and commit to buying the game. Now, if you're not familiar with Hell Let Loose, it is a World War II shooter that it's gonna be huge because it's 50 on 50 for a total of 100 players in every match. And that's a pretty big deal. I am not sure, but I think that's the biggest online matchmaking game right now for consoles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the most that you can do right now is 64 total with 32 on 32. So this is a pretty big deal. And this is a game that started out on Steam and has mostly positive reviews, and people seem to really like it. It seems really fun. If you're a World War II history buff, you'll appreciate the work that's been put into this game. They apparently modeled the maps off of real reconnaissance reports and satellite imagery, whatever that means. And there's all sorts of videos out there of like weapon expert reacts to Hell Let Loose games and reload mechanics. So they definitely did their homework when it came to making a game set in World War II. It is kind of a nice option to have outside of like the yearly Call of Duty Battlefield releases. It's, you know, it's not, I do wonder how this is gonna affect Call of Duty Vanguard. I don't know if this is going to eat into some of its player base. People don't seem to be super hyped for Vanguard anyway, so that'll be interesting to see. And don't worry, if you do have an Xbox, yes, like I said, Hell Let Loose is coming to Xbox. A lot of people were confused because people who have PS Plus over on the PlayStation side are getting it for free. And that has Xbox fans a little bit jealous, and some people who are covering the game mentioned that it was a PS5 exclusive, and people were like, whoa, oh man, that's a huge bummer. But it is coming to Xbox. It releases October 5th, like I said, most likely by the time this video has dropped, and before you buy it, you can try a 10-hour trial period if you want. So if you've been keeping up with this channel or just video game social media in general, you are aware that there is a next generation console shortage, and you are probably aware that it's gonna last for a while. And unfortunately, we just got more bad news on that front. Phil Spencer has come out and said, yep, shortages are definitely going to last through 2022. But there were some interesting things about this. So plenty of people know about the chip shortage used to make the GPUs in these consoles. That's one of the primary reasons that there is such a bottleneck in distribution. But Phil Spencer was saying, yeah, it's not just the chip shortage. There is a lot of points in the distribution chain that we're being bottlenecked right now. And it really sucks because we want to get these consoles to fans and they're disappointed, so we're disappointed. This has led to some pretty ridiculous scalping issues, and right now Amazon is listing Xbox Series consoles at resale prices. So there's consoles on there, there's a Series X on there for like $1,000, and that's insane. You know, it's obviously not the official Amazon price, it's definitely like a third-party seller who's using Amazon, but still, it's like, just seeing an Xbox that's $500 legitimately trying to be sold at $1,000. It's ridiculous. Please, if you're even considering buying a next generation console for $800, $900, $1,000, don't. Please do not feed these scalpers. It only makes them more powerful. This is unrelated, but I saw a Reddit post that was sort of similar to this, where on the Best Buy website, there was a Series X listed for like 4,000,4,000,099. Like they put the decimal in the wrong place, so it looked like it was like $4.9 trillion, and everyone was like, oh, what? But yeah, this is ridiculous, guys. You're gonna have to bear with it for a little longer. Like I said, at least through 2022, maybe through 2023. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into my ramblings. Again, my name is Ray. Make sure you subscribe, set your notifications to all, and we'll see you next time.